throw our minds back to the 4th of November 1995, when a tragic event occurred that split society in Israel, and whose ramifications are still felt today. And that was the assassination of the Israeli Prime Minister Yitzac Rabin, who you could say was a person who was known as the salt of the earth of the state of Israel. If something had to embody a person who was so connected to this country, Yitzac Rabin was surely one of those people. Both with his agricultural background, and then at the age of 16, during the time of the British Mandate, who ruled here from 1917 to 1948, saw what was happening with the Arab terrorism of that time, as the underground militia movements in Israel at that time moved towards the establishment of the state down the road in 1948. At the age of 16, he joined the Palmach, one of the strike military wings of the underground movements, proved himself a capable leader, ascended throughout the ranks to be an officer, chief of staff, a statesman, a politician, you name it, he held those positions. He took a bold step when he took power in 1992, and he also served as Prime Minister in the 70s, from 72 to 74, to show you what a moral man he was when we read about today about the corruption of politicians and what is happening all over the world, but here as well. He resigned his post as Prime Minister because his wife had a dollar account overseas with $100 in it. And at that time you weren't allowed to hold foreign currency accounts above a certain amount. Just to show you that on that little piece of procedural error, he resigned his post. Whereas today we're talking about politicians who are corrupting it for millions of dollars and nothing happens to them. So he resigned, but he came back in 92 on the wave of what was happening here with the unrest that was occurring between us and our Arab indigenous population. And he set in force a motion known as the Oslo Accords, an attempt to find a reconciliation between us and the Palestinian people who live here, to find some sort of rapprochement that we could live side by side. This did not sit well with the right of some nationalist parties, leading to massive demonstrations spurred on by rabbinical scholars who called Rabin a traitor. Him, a traitor for what he did to the state of Israel throughout all these years. But with massive rallies in Jerusalem that showed a casket with purportedly the body of Yitzac Rabin. And sure enough, on the 4th of November, at a massive rally at the top here, which is the municipality building, and a huge plaza with 500,000 people, where he said a new era would begin. We were signing the Oslo Accords, and they signed the first Oslo Accords in 1993, setting the terms for a reconciliation, a rapprochement, an arrangement between us and the Palestinian people, ensuring them autonomy or self-determination over a period of time. But this did not sit well with the right-wing parties, and Yigal Amir decided he would take things in hand. He was a student at Bar-Ilan University, but a religious student, received some inspiration from some rabbinical scholar that to this day they still don't know who he was. Came out here at the end of the plaza when they finally sang the final stanzas of the song. It was a song of peace, and he walked down those stairs to his limousine, which was parked right here. He came up behind him. They still don't understand how he managed to pass through what's known as a sterile area, but obviously since that date it will not happen again, and shot Yitzac Rabin 3 times. He was taken to Ichor Hospital, which is only 5 minutes down the road, but it was too late. He succumbed to his wounds and he died. And that incident split the country into two. Literally, the divisive lines between the so-called left of centre, the central and the right of centre people, and a young generation of people who are today the young leadership of the state of Israel. Set aside those traumatic events to try and find some sort of peace between us and our neighbours and the Palestinian people here. And you can see here, in actual fact, and you can see these during the bus as well, the massive rally. He was shot, and there's the stanzas of the song that are actually soaked in his blood that was in the pocket of his suit. The songs that he had. The assassin, Yitzac Rabin, the famous photo that was taken here from a guy just standing up there with a camera who had no connection to the events, but with a video camera. And you could clearly see Yitzac Rabin coming up, shooting 3 shots, then being whisked away by the security guards, and away it went. And the tragic statement issued by his bureau chief, Effi Yaacobi, announcing outside the gates of the hospital, the government of Israel announces its consternation, great sadness and in deep sorrow, the death of Prime Minister and Minister of Defense Yitzac Rabin was murdered by an assassin tonight in Tel Aviv. The government shall convene in 1 hour for a morning session in Tel Aviv. Blessed be his memory. An unfortunate loss because he set in motion events that led to the signing of the second Oslo Accords and created the conditions for what we hope will eventually lead to some sort of arrangement. He had enough courage to be able to do it at a time when it really wasn't in the mode. There's so much tension going on in our society. So we come here to honour his memory. The stones are from the basalt rocks in the Golan Heights. They brought here, and as you can see, you normally go to a memorial, it's flat, it's level, it's ground level or a memorial. Here they deliberately placed them in a not level position to show the upheaval of what that event on that night did to the Jewish people and Israeli society. So, and over there you can see the pictures and the writings of the graffiti of the people that were here in the ensuing days after that. You can see the rally. So, there in the pictures, this was visited by tens of thousands of young people, and the weeks after November 1995. So what we can do, we can stand here, we'll take a photo opportunity with you guys, and we'll pass